Hey guys, Michael from Copper vs Glass, and in today's video we're looking at some accessories from LURIAX. Now this company specialises in making mobile accessories out of Alcantara. Now I've got some here for the iPhone 15 Pro, the AirPods Pro 2, and of course a MagSafe wallet to go along with everything else in the video, so let's take a look. Now, while LURIAX did send all of these over for the purpose of review, everything in this video are my own thoughts and opinions. However, in the link in the description, they did hook me up with a 15% off discount code across your whole first order. So again, that will be linked in the description down below, along with every other product in this video. So here we have everything that they sent over, and as you can see, they come straight out of LA. Now I've got some accessories here for the AirPods Pro 2 and also the iPhone 15 Pro, so let's just get straight into it. And first off, the unboxing accessory, as you would kind of expect from an Alcantara product, is pretty premium overall. So starting off here with the AirPods Pro case, available in 7 different colours, and I have the Malibu beige, and it's coming in at around $49. So first off, you do have a nice Alcantara pouch, and this is what you're going to be getting with every accessory, so nicely packaged and a very premium overall look and feel to what you're going to be getting here. Now if you're anything like me, the last mobile accessory you can think of that had Alcantara was the Microsoft Surface back in the day. So I'm really interested to see how this translates to other mobile accessories. So you first get this little black accessory here, and this is actually used to get the AirPods Pro out of the case. You don't really want to be pulling out the hinge or anything, so you simply pop this in the bottom and then it pops your AirPods Pro out, no issue at all. Now there's no sort of sticky pads or anything that really keeps them in apart from friction. Now that may be a problem for some people, but for me, a lot of cases that I've used with AirPods Pros, the friction side of things is pretty much all you need to get everything all sorted. So as you can see here, I've got my AirPods Pro 2, and I find it easier if you put the top section on first, and again it's a very tight fit, so I don't think I'm going to have really any worry about this going anywhere, and of course the hinge is going to be fully accessible as well to allow for that complete movement. Once you then pop on the bottom section, you're pretty much set and ready to go. And the great thing about it is it doesn't really add too much bulk or heft to the overall size. Now obviously if I had the official AirPods Pro 2, there would be a lanyard slot here, not that mine aren't official or anything, and then of course at the bottom you've got the Lightning or USB-C along with all of your sensors, and of course then the LED light up at the front here as well. The thing I like about it is although it doesn't really add much bulk, you can tell that it does add some protection. Now it's also wrapped in that really nice sustainable Alcantara suede, you've got some drop protection, and all of your ports are fully accessible, and of course it's still going to then be compatible with MagSafe wireless chargers. Now I will still be very interested to see how these lighter colours hold up over time. Again, on the Microsoft Surface where you had it on the palm rest of the laptop, it did get a little bit grimy over time, so I'm very interested to see if these accessories do the same thing or not. And then again, if you do want to take it out, like I mentioned, you've got that little accessory that it came with, just simply pop it into the bottom. You need to use a little bit of force, which in my opinion isn't a bad thing because it means that they are in there pretty good overall, and then you can then take it off, put it back in, change it over, do whatever you need to do. It also adds some nice grip to the AirPods Pro as well. Obviously the pill-shaped box is one of the slipperiest products I've ever used, so having some sort of grip to go with it with this really nice overall finish, in my opinion, is a little bit of a bonus. However, I'm still very curious how it holds up over time, throwing it in and out of a bag, for example, or taking it in and out of denim jeans. And then we move on to the first of 2 different cases. Now the first case that we're going to be looking at here is going to be the Sport case, which offers a little bit less protection than the other one later in the video. Now with this one, $59 is the starting price, and it's available in 9 different colours, and I have it here in British Racing Green. Now as you can see, you've got a little bit of branding on the inside along with your MagSafe magnets, and like I mentioned, because it's the Sport case, a little bit less protection, you've got all of your cutouts on the bottom, left, right hand side, but the top is going to be completely enclosed, and you've got some pretty decent looking protection around the camera along the back side here. Now I was a little bit unsure about the fitting side of things being basically a completely fabric case, however it actually clicks into place pretty nicely. All of your corners kind of click over really nice, you've got a nice satisfying tactile feel to that as well. Now around the back you've got your camera housing, which again we'll look into more in just a moment. You've got a little bit of branding here at the bottom, and again the actual feel of the case definitely is going to take some getting used to compared to the standard glass and metal of the naked iPhone, or using it with more of a rubber or leather case. The power button is going to be completely exposed. You've got a cutout on the bottom for the USB-C and speaker array, and then also on the left hand side the action button, volume up and down, again completely exposed, and then on the top side it is going to have a nice protective housing, so really if you're going to drop it, you kind of want to drop it on the top side. Now like I mentioned, the case does feel maybe a little bit thick, and it does add a little bit of bulk to the iPhone in total, but again your buttons are exposed, so you've got that nice tactility on the side there, and again, where it is completely covered along the top, it's not too bad protection wise. However, because you do have those cutouts on the left, right and bottom, if you do drop it on the corner of maybe a desk or a curb, I'm not sure how well it's going to hold up over time. However, the case does feel nice. Again, it's fully wrapped in that Alcantara suede. You've got around a 2.5mm raised camera hump around the back. You've got raised edges, so if you are going to be placing it face down, no problem whatsoever again. And of course, it is going to be MagSafe compatible and again, work with wireless chargers. They've got a little bit of branding along the back side here. Again, your power button and all of your buttons are going to be cut out, and it kind of does have a nice look to it overall. This nice racing green along with the titanium iPhone does look pretty good, and like I mentioned, getting it out of the case is also super simple to do. Although it kind of is, pretty secure once in there, if you do want to take it out and change it or use another case, for example, you've got the option to do so. And also because it's an Alcantara case, it doesn't really add too much bulk or actually much heft to the overall iPhone, although it does feel a little bit thicker maybe on the sides. So then next up we have the classic case. Now this one I've got here in charcoal black, however again it's available in 9 different colours. Now this one here being the classic case comes in at $69 and offers a little bit more protection. Of course you've got your branding still on the inside along with your MagSafe magnets, but because it is going to be that more protective style case, you've only got one cutout on the bottom. You've got buttons on the left hand side, you've also got buttons on the right for the power button, and the camera side of things does also have a plastic insert as well. So instead of with the other case here is the sport case, if you put this down on a desk for example, it's going to be the Alcantara that's touching the desk, whereas on the classic case you've got this nice plastic housing, a little bit of branding on the bottom. So I do think that this one's going to be offering a little bit more in terms of the protection side of things, and also this nice charcoal black color, which let's face it is more of a grey, actually goes extremely nicely with the titanium iPhone 15 Pro. Now you've still got that camera housing on the back, which yes does raise it up ever so slightly, but it's actually one of the better options in terms of that lay on the table design. With the camera hump, it doesn't really rock too much compared to some other cases. Again, you've got that really nice Alcantara suede around the back here, a little bit of branding on the bottom, and your power button is going to be completely covered and is still extremely tactile as well. And that also goes to the volume side of things and the action button on the left hand side. You've got these nice kind of color matched buttons here as well, and again I've got no issues at all. The volume up and down, the action button side of things, very tactile, very easy to use. You don't really have that kind of sponginess maybe that you get with some other cases out there. And like I mentioned as well, the only bit that's going to be exposed is the bottom side here with the USB-C and also the speaker array. It maybe would have been nice to have a completely covered phone, and you've got that lay on the table design, so just in terms of the overall protection, if you are placing it face down, you shouldn't really come across any issues. But again, that's then going to be the Alcantara touching, so I'm not sure how it's going to hold up over longer periods of use compared to, like I say, maybe more of a rubber or leather phone case. But for me, it's all about that usage over time. With a standard sort of rubber case from Spigen, for example, they're pretty cheap to come by, so if you do need to get a new one or you damage it and you just want to pick up another one, it's not really too much. You can also get some leather options that patina and age quite nicely over time. However, this one here being that Alcantara finish, yes, it's not the most expensive case, coming in at either $59 or $69, but I'm not sure how it's going to hold up over those longer period of time. If you're using it for 6 months to a year, how's it going to look after that amount of time? And then lastly, we have the MagSafe wallet. Now for me, this is actually the product that could do with the most improvement, so let's take a look. Now I've got it in charcoal black here. It comes in at $59 and it's available in 6 different colors. So you've got the actual slot around the back here to get your cards out. However, the slot where you put your cards is pretty big and feels kind of loose. I think if you've only got 1 or 2 cards in here, they're going to tend to fall out over time. So really you need to be having maybe 4 cards in here minimum to actually take advantage of it. You've got a nice finish around the edge here, so you're not going to have a completely Alcantara side, so I don't think it's going to fray over time. Now if I put it on the back here of my iPhone 15 Pro in titanium, I think it looks nice, but one massive flaw for me, and that is going to be the magnets. They just don't seem to be very strong at all. I also don't think they've got that downward alignment magnet in there either, and for me, for some reason, I actually don't think the magnets are fully centered on the wallet as well. As you can see here, when I put it on the back of my phone, I can't get it in the middle of the phone for some reason. So again, maybe a little bit of misalignment there, but it just kind of doesn't feel very secure. Even if I take one of the cases, so again, I've got here the classic case, just put that on really quickly, and then I get the wallet and put it on the back, it still doesn't feel very secure, and the magnets don't really align very well either. As you can see here, I'm really not putting much force on this whatsoever, and it does tend to sort of move around and slide around. So if you're taking it in and out of a pocket, for example, I'm not the most confident feeling that it's going to be on there or it's not going to fall off, for example. However, the case itself does look really nice still. It looks really nice with the wallet side of things as well. But again, for me, one of the biggest things with MagSafe is the magnets, and this just doesn't really hold up for me. The magnets in the case are pretty good. I've used them with some other accessories like a car mount and the official Apple leather wallet, for example, but this particular wallet from this particular company, it just doesn't really do its job very well in my opinion. Which then I guess kind of leads us to the conclusion of this video, and if these cases from LURIAX are actually any good. Now for me, I do like the feel of the cases, and they do feel very premium, and again the price tag kind of dictates that as well. But for me, I just don't necessarily think it's an everyday case. Now, if you're someone that goes out and about or goes out for dinner or to parties, whatever you want to be doing, for example, maybe on the fancier side of things, then I actually think these accessories do a very good job at looking and feeling extremely premium. However, if all you're looking for is just a standard case or just some day-to-day protection or some better MagSafe, then maybe some other case options are better for you, which I will have of course linked in the description down below. Also, price wise, while not being the most expensive, I do think the fact that the wallet side of things coming in at the exact same price as one of the cases is maybe a little bit much, but then again, other case companies, Apple themselves for example, do price things a little bit strange and a little bit higher than they need to be, I think. But overall, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of these Alcantara products. Is it something that maybe you would consider picking up for your iPhone or your Apple accessories? And if not, why not? If you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like down below, and if you're not already subscribed, now's a great time to do so. And of course, once you've hit that subscribe button, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you're notified anytime I post a video here on the channel. I'm Michael from Copper vs Glass. I might just look at some other case options for day to day, but I'll catch you guys in the next video.